You are listening to PowerScore's Featured Law Schools podcast series. Today's featured law school is Boston College Law. Currently ranked number 28 by the U.S. News & World Report, Boston College Law has a total full-time enrollment of 814 students and currently costs a little over $39,000 for both in and out-of-state students. For the class that entered in 2009, from about 7,000 applicants, less than 20% were accepted. Finally, when it came to the admission for the fall of 2009, the median LSAT score was a 166, while the median GPA was a 3.53. Representing BC Law in our podcast today is the Dean of the Law School, Rita Jones, and current third-year student, Esther Adetenji. Dean Jones says what makes her law school stand out is the fact that the teachers teach creatively, and students work together to find new solutions to everyday issues.
I've heard the faculty say it, and I really believe it's true. I think we teach creatively. We teach creative thinking. You know, no matter what a student's goals might be, we want the students to work together with professors and classmates so that they arrive at new solutions, maybe to the legal problems they're discussing in class. It's a very collaborative atmosphere, and there's sort of a think tank approach to the classroom. It builds community. It creates strong leaders, fosters success. I think we also greatly value personal and moral growth as well as service to community. And we do that. We emphasize public service. We attract students who want to give something back, you know, students who have a vision and determination to succeed in whatever field they choose. And the law school's in a residential neighborhood, but we're only minutes from the heart of Boston. So we've got the best of both worlds. So we take full advantage of what Boston has to offer our students, you know, through the Superior Court, U.S. District Courts, the U.S. Attorney's Office, some of New England's largest law firms. It's a center of business and financial institutions and a lot of nonprofits. And yet we enjoy a very collegial campus life. You know, we're about 7 miles straight west of Boston Harbor. So it's a really nice location, and I think that's a little bit different.
And when it came to applying to BC Law, Dean Jones says you need to be true to yourself in the application. Going to law school should be your choice and no one else's.
I would tell them to be true to themselves and to make sure that going to law school is their choice. You know, you read about law schools, read about the law, make an informed decision about when and where to apply, but really be true to yourself. I think there's so much outside influence. When it comes to law school, you really have to take all that advice, but really make the final decision independently so that it fits for you. I think it's good to be involved presently, and hopefully students have been involved in their work, in school, in community affairs, in volunteering, in service to others. I think it's always good to be generous of your time to others. Be open-minded. Embrace differences among people. And be confident. A lot of times people don't think they want to toot their own horn, but, you know, a law school is only going to know about a candidate from what that candidate tells us. And I think confidence is a good thing to show through in an application.
Dean Jones also says that visiting the students, faculty, and staff can help an applicant make their decision. But she knows that money can be tight, so BC offers great opportunities to visit the campus virtually.
Well, I think I would tell students to visit our students, our faculty, and alumni, either on campus or online. We've made great efforts to have some communications open on our website, both with alumni, students, and faculty. I think a prospective student would find that there's a very bright, motivated, diverse group of people here who are very enthusiastic about BC Law. Obviously visiting classes, reviewing the curriculum offerings, see what we have to offer and explore the possibilities. And it goes without saying, I think BC Law's faculty is among the best. I would encourage prospective students to learn about the faculty. We're known for the quality of our teaching, and our professors are recognized nationally for their experience. So I think that's a key. You know, it's a big investment, and I think the people who are teaching you are the people who are going to really help you excel and become a leader in your field.
And though Dean Jones offers a great perspective on BC Law, we have another perspective, a student. Third year, Esther Adetenji is almost done with her law school career and attributes the best part of her program to the people.
I have just met really, really, really good people, really, like people that enjoy what they're doing, are very passionate about what they're doing, and incredibly supportive. The environment that I've been exposed to, at least with my acquaintances and my friends, is one that's extremely accepting. We're always there for each other, and we're always there to like kick each other's butts when we need to get things done, or to like help each other, talk someone off the ledge when they're really freaking out about, you know, a brief or not having a job or something like that. Like it's one of those things where it's like a kind of like a communal family like type thing. And for the most part, I have really, really encountered really good people and enjoyed every interaction I've had with most people at the school. So, and I'm also a huge people person. So for me, I actually rate the quality of a place based on the people that are there. And I definitely enjoy BC and love BC for that reason, because the people are, you know, great. And I mean, and that goes for my professors, and that goes for also the administration. I think I've had really, really good experiences. I've been very fortunate to have good experiences with professors who literally will bend over backwards to do anything for you. And once again, I have friends who haven't had the same experience, which is unfortunate, but at the same time, you know, for me, I can only speak as to my experiences, and that has been my experience with BC in terms of the people.
Esther also says what is great about the student life at BC Law is the fact that there is something for everyone.
I think student activities is very, very huge. We have a lot of organizations, and actually I am involved in like everything. It's absolutely ridiculous. And next year I swore myself I'm cutting back significantly. I think it's one of those areas where people try to make something for everyone. So as a member of the diversity committee, for example, our job was to make sure that, one, we were drawing attention to diverse issues, but we were also bringing the law school together in a kind of unconventional way. So, for example, there's a group on campus that we have, and it's Students with Kids. And basically, it's for non-traditional law students who have children in law school, and it's kind of a support group for them to help each other and to be a support for each other, because law school is even that much harder because they have families and they have little children. Most of them have small children. And so we organized an event with the Students with Kids, basically kind of like breaking them into the entire BC law community at large, so people can be aware of them, and so they can integrate with with traditional law students, so they get a feel for what it's like to be a non-traditional student, to have kids in law school and things like that. So I think that it's one of those, the student activities is very varied, and there's a lot of things you can get involved with. There's different affinity groups for different, whatever background students identify with. And the great thing about it is the groups are open to everyone. So I'm literally a member of just about every single group that we have at BC, just because I have friends in those groups, and it's like a way of supporting each other. So in terms of activities, we have a lot of it, and you can choose to be as involved or less involved as you would like.
Finally, as many have said before her, Esther suggests visiting BC to make sure it's the right fit. She also says that when deciding on a law school, how you feel in the environment is critically important.
What I usually tell people in that situation is, definitely try to come visit, and also just look at this place and imagine it as, if you can see yourself here, you can see yourself being classmates with these people, see yourself in this environment, then definitely go for it. I would tell people that if you're stuck between BC and a different school, then it comes down to not only aesthetics in terms of the ambiance and the feel and the look of the environment, but also how you feel in the environment. And I visited other law schools, and I'm not going to lie, I think the environment that BC has is kind of different from what other law schools have. We help each other with outlining. We give each other our own outlines. We form study groups a bit more readily than I think other schools and other law schools do. I have friends in other law schools, and what they tell me, I'm really glad that I'm not experiencing that, because it would have made law school even more miserable than it typically is, just for the simple fact that it's law school. So, not to sound like I'm biased or I have applause for BC. I would say that I've had a great experience at BC, and it depends on how personally you feel when you come there and interact with the people that you're going to be, associating with in one capacity or another. But I would tell them to seriously consider BC because it's a happy place. I think there aren't that many law students in BC that I've seen. There obviously will be some, but there aren't as many as in other law schools. So I guess that would be my selling point for BC, is that definitely try it out. BC is one of those places that when you come to visit it and you're stuck between that and another school, you're never going to really say no to BC because you feel uncomfortable. There might be other, mitigating circumstances or something like that may prevent you from going there. So I don't know, like acceptance into Yale, for example, or Harvard, which are, the top 1, 2, 3 schools. Or maybe another school is offering you more money than BC is. I think it's usually one of those reasons. Or maybe you just don't want to be in Boston or in Newton, which is where the school actually is, and things like that. So I would say that BC is a very friendly place. And if you're looking for a relatively less stressful law school environment, then I would say come to BC.
Thank you for listening to PowerScore's podcast series. If you want more information on PowerScore's podcasts or services, please visit PowerScore.com, or you can call 1-800-545-1750.